Welcome to the Sam&Lo Show. I'm Lauren Holman and this is Sam Schwartz and we'll be your host for this upcoming season. On today's show we are going to Targetmasters located in Columbia, Missouri, right off Rangeline, and we are learning how to shoot handguns.
We start the show off with a bang.
Each show we do, we're coming from a different location and we're going to show you all how to learn something new and exciting. Some of our ideas for the season are we're going to hopefully go and do some roller derby and potential rock climbing. What else? Change a tire? I don't know. We'll see what we got, but
Plan something new every week.
Stay tuned and you'll see us shoot some guns.
Alright, so introduce yourself, Gordon.
Mike Odell, employee here at Targetmasters.
And what are the basics of gun safety?
Well, there's quite a few different ways you can look at gun safety. When you purchase a handgun, obviously one of the first things in the owner's manual, which we definitely recommend you to read, are going to be what we affectionately call the 10 Commandments of gun safety. You're going to see a lot of different ways that people will explain gun safety. Also, on that same note, you can actually go to different gun ranges, and in order for you to be able to shoot at one of the ranges, sign a waiver which could have up to 4 pages of safety rules. The downside of 10 rules, up to 4 pages of safety rules, is things get complicated. You tend to not remember this rule over that rule. Here at Targetmasters, we tend to gear more toward personal defense, conceal and carry, tactical type stuff. So we really look at the 4 main rules of gun safety. The nice thing about 4 rules, 4 is an easy number to remember. Also with that, they're really kind of the big ones. I'm not saying that any of the other ones are less important, but with these, if by chance you forget one of them and you are still doing the other 3 are going to be in place to keep you safe. Number 1 is every gun is always loaded. What I mean by that is treat every gun as if it's always loaded. As you can see by the 2 guns I have here in front of me, I have a semi-automatic with its slide lock to the rear. And basically that's so that you can check that there are no bullets in the magazine, there's no bullets in the chamber. With the revolver, I've got the cylinder open so that you can see there are no bullets in the cylinder here. I did that prior to setting these out here so that you can verify that these guns are in fact unloaded and safe. That would be the only time you would want to continue on, until you have actually verified that the firearms themselves are safe. Say for some reason somebody else came up and joined our conversation here and I had already closed the slide and closed the cylinder on these 2 guns. First thing I would want to do is stop what I'm doing, verify to that person that the guns are indeed safe. So that's the first rule, is every gun is always loaded until you can verify that it's not. Number 2 is never point a gun at anything you don't intend to kill or destroy. We typically use a little bit stronger language on that one, just to kind of drive that point home. A lot of people see guns, they become complacent, what have you, they start kind of just waving them around. Even if you have verified that that gun is safe and is in fact unloaded, the other people might not know that. So you could get some people really, weirded out about that. Plus, it's just bad practice. What if the gun was in fact loaded and you're now aiming a live gun at somebody? And third rule of safety, is a big one, especially considering we have an indoor gun range here, is always keep your finger off of the trigger until your sights are on the target and you're ready to shoot. It's probably one of the most common broken rules, and that's the reason a lot of accidents happen. People don't quite have their gun ready ready to use. They don't have it on their target. For some reason, resting the finger around the trigger, something startles them, they pull the trigger, it goes off. So that's definitely one of the big ones too. And then you come to rule number 4, is be aware of what your target is and what's beyond it. At a gun range here, fortunately, what your target is a piece of paper. What's beyond it is a stop made to stop bullets. Practicing it a lot, doing it right, is going to make it habit. And when it becomes habit, you don't really have to think about it. You know you're going to be safe, but you also want to take time to make sure you don't become complacent. Every once in a while, grab your owner's manual, read it again. Make sure you're still going over the safety rules. Make sure they're still fresh in your mind. Just because, unfortunately, a lot of people, if it's out of sight, out of mind, they tend to forget things. So, granted, it's habitual for me. I know I'm doing them safe all the time, but occasionally being reminded doesn't hurt.
And I go where I wanna go, do what I wanna do, try to be finding my way.